Okay, race fans, we had a big crowd out here Saturday afternoon. Thanks to all our racing fans for coming out here and participating and supporting us this afternoon. We had a big crowd out here this morning as well. Our first Coffee, Sunshine, and Horses event this morning. We had some trainers and jockeys there, some breakfast for everybody. We had a big turnout. We're going to do it all again Saturday morning, June 7th, the Saturday before Delaware Derby weekend. So keep your eyes on that. Mark your calendar for Saturday morning, June 7th, for another special early morning event out here at Delaware Park. All right, let's get right to it. Race 1 kicked off. The early pick 5. It was a claiming 62.50. Never won 2 lifetime. Going a mile, trainer Jamie Ness would have the heavy favorite in here. The 2, Alamik, would go off 1-9. Here's our track announcer, Josh Brown, with the call of race 1.
Away and running. Alamik breaks sharp, so does Sydney's Bid, and Uncle Georgie's right there too, but the early pace advantage goes to Sydney's Bid and Alamik. Now Uncle Georgie stacks him up 3 across the track, and sitting behind a trio of speed is Longest Stride in 4th, a divide of 4, back to Nightscape, who's in the middle of Blackwater Falls, and Surfboard in at the back of the pack. So it's Alamik with the money on, struts its stuff to a 3/4 of a length lead, make it a half, as Uncle Georgie is right there applying just moderate pace pressure at the 5.5 furlong point. Sydney's Bid stays a ground saving third in a paceless affair, and Blackwater Falls is getting closer with Longest Stride, so 5 of them mix them up down the back of the track. Nightscape is still second last, and Surfboard stays parked at the rail. It's a 3-pronged battle for Alamik, who continues to protect that rail position. Uncle Georgie's in between rivals, and Longest Stride is right there too. Sydney's Bid continues to watch this pace tug of war. Blackwater Falls is wide on the track, and nothing from Nightscape or Surfboard today. They pass the 3/8 pole. Alamik still in hand and in command. Longest Stride is trying to test this rival as the quarter pole looms. Sydney's Bid is right there, but only 4 lengths down off the speed, and the others need to sprout wings past the quarter. And Alamik with the money on hugs that corner smartly and kicks away with long, graceful strides and leads by 2 at odds of 1-9. Trying to move into second is Sydney's Bid, with Longest Stride battling for that position. Blackwater Falls tries to land 4th with Nightscape, but if you back the 2, go to the windows, you'll be the first in line. Alamik lived up to the hype in the 12:35 opener to beat Sydney's Bid, Longest Stride, and Blackwater Falls.
Well, the heavy favorite took some pressure down the backstretch, but he repelled all challengers, and Alamik goes all the way, pays 210 as a popular favorite in race 1. Martin Schwann, new jockey in the colony this year. He's riding some nice horses for Jamie Ness. He picks up the win here in the opener. That was the 5th win of the meet so far for trainer Jamie Ness, and I believe that was the 2nd win of the meet for jockey Martin Schwann. Let's turn the page here. Race 2 would kick off the early pick 4. We're going 5.5 furlongs here in the second race, claiming 62.50 for the filly mares 3 and up. Never won 3 lifetimes, scratched to 1 Sundog. Here's the replay of race 2.
Away and running. Good speed today for Bitcoin Baby. Right next door is Style to Follow, and Bucanera is right there too. On the wide outside, Velvet Vixen came away in 4th, and Raichu taps on the brakes to be in 5th, and Lucky Opportunities last of all. They flash past the 4 furlong pole, and Bitcoin Baby's the leader today, and she leads by a long neck. But Style to Follow right there shadowing that speed in 2nd, and Bucanera has the run of the race and tracks nicely in those red blinkers in 3rd. Velvet Vixen is 3 paths off the rail, coming under a heavy ride, and up in that 5th place spot is Lucky Opportunity, soon to be passed by Raichu. Here's the quarter pole for Style to Follow, tries to kick away, but Bucanera's right there breathing down that rival's neck. Bitcoin Baby stays at that rail. They turn for home, and Style to Follow has a 3/4 of a length lead. Bucanera bridging that divide ever so slowly. Velvet Vixen's getting on track, but just at this one pace. 100 yards to go, and Bucanera trying to surge to the top. Style to Follow's in for the fight. Bucanera getting up. Style to Follow holding. Photo finish. Style to Follow. Bucanera. Picture time in the 2nd.
The 4-year-old filly Style to Follow wins the stretch battle there for trainer Bruce Kravitz and jockey Gabriel Ramos. 3rd lifetime win for Style to Follow. She pays $7 as the 5-2, one of the favorites there in race 2. She pays $7. All right, let's turn the page. The big race today was race 3. As we kicked off the middle pick 5, we had a nice carryover, over 11,000 carryover in the middle pick 5. They had bet another 90,000 into the middle pick 5. It all started race 3. We're off the turf today, so race 3 is going a mile 70 on the main track. Maiden claiming 16,000. The one, Oh What a Night, was entered main track only. That horse would go off the favored. Let's see what happens here in race 3.
Away and running. Good middle speed for I Wanna Rock today. Joe B. Brat's gonna keep that one company, and Oh What a Night, the favorite, rides that rail. 'Cause It's Chilly come away in that 4th place position, and Rojo Sky is also in the front dividend of runners. And now as they navigate the turn, My Little Kaibo is situated in 6th position. Spaiza's Son is in front of 2 rivals, which is No More Sins, and Carly is in the hood is last of all. So Joe B. Brat spearheads the field, but I Wanna Rock now turns up the pace pressure, and these two are in step, leaving the first turn behind. 'Cause It's Chilly is floated 3 wide for the back of the track run, and 1 to 2's the current number on Oh What a Night, who watches the top 3 duel midpoint of the backstretch run as I Wanna Rock takes over the lead. Rojo Sky is in 5th position with a big break in the action back to My Little Kaibo. Near the backfield, No More Sins, Spaiza's Son, and the one is distant since Carly's in the hood. They round the far turn with 3.5 furlongs to go. The favorites under the whip. Oh What a Night in 4th and is struggling for the moment. I Wanna Rock pads that lead to 2.5 lengths. 'Cause It's Chilly is trying to get closer in a great big way. Joe B. Brat stays at that rail. Oh What a Night needs the sprout wings to close in, and trying to rally from the back of the pack is My Little Kaibo. Heads turn for home. I Wanna Rock kicks past the 3/16 pole, desperately clinging to a 3/4 of a length lead. 'Cause It's Chilly has the entire length of the stretch to pass. Oh What a Night is trying to plug away slowly inside the furlong grounds. The second choice on the board, I Wanna Rock, is a leg-weary leader, but holding them all at bay. Oh What a Night is getting closer. 'Cause It's Chilly's flattened out. I Wanna Rock has won it. Oh What a Night was 2nd, 'Cause It's Chilly 3rd, and My Little Kaibo was 4th.
Second, but couldn't catch the leader. I Wanna Rock, the 5-year-old maiden in his 32nd career start, breaks his maiden today. Congratulations to the son of Mosler, a Maryland bred, for trainer Jesus Rodriguez and jockey Jose Mauricio. I Wanna Rock goes off at 4 to 1, pays $10.20 in race 3 to kick off that middle pick 5. We had a trophy race for race 3. In the winner's circle, the Skip and Cheryl Johnson Trophy race. Thank you to all of them for coming out here today at Delaware Park. All right, let's turn the page here. Race 4 would kick off a middle pick 4. Nice 5,000 starter allowance race going a mile. I made the 4 Golden Wand my best bet of the day. He's won 4 of his last 5. Let's see how Golden Wand does as your heavy favorite here in race 4.
Away and running. Good inside speed from Burks today. Cloud Music also guns it from gate 6, and Golden Wand did not get the lead today. Looking at Roses came away in that 3rd, 4th place position. Martini Martin rides the rail, and Catatumbo lopes along in the joint 5th place position. So Cloud Music beats everybody off the punch and shows the way by 1 tight length. Golden Wand with the money on is right there, lurking in the shadows in 2nd, and Burke scrapes paint in that 3rd place position with 5.5 furlongs to go. Looking at Roses is only 6 lengths down from a tearaway leader. There's a gap of a length and a half back to Catatumbo, and Martini Martin still patiently ridden at the back of the pack. 4.5 furlongs to go, and Cloud Music controls the clock, leads by a length and a half. Golden Wand, a sense of urgency, tries to get a little bit closer in 2nd, and Looking at Roses now has all of his chips in the pot in 3rd. Burks is at the rail, but to no avail at this stage. Martini Martin's in 5th, and Catatumbo coming under a ride midpoint of the 2nd turn, and it's Cloud Music holding on by a thread. Golden Wand comes calling for the lead. Looking at Roses is right there trying to motor on home, and Burke stays at the rail as they turn for home. Golden Wand looking to win 3 in a row, comes off the turn to a half-length lead. And here comes Burks with positive momentum. And deep on the track is Looking at Roses. Golden One still leading by one tight length. Looking at Roses trying to get closer. Late on the scene is Martini Martin. Golden One drifting out but holding on. And at odds of 4-5, Golden One is second to none. To be Looking at Roses, Martini Martin, and Burks faded to fourth.
The 6-year-old Golden One has stamped himself as the starter allowance superstar in this area. He's now won 3 in a row. That's his 13th lifetime win. His third win here at Delaware Park. He's now close to $300,000 in career earnings. Nice training job by trainer Juan Avila, and nice ride there, Jose Batista. 4-5, a good price. I thought this horse was going to be 3-5, 2-5, but you get a $3.60 win price there on Golden One, who makes it 3 in a row this afternoon. All right, let's turn the page here. The late pick 5 would start in race 5. It would scratch down to a 4-horse field. Trainer Jamie Ness and jockey Martin Chuan would have the heavy favorite here in race 5. The 9 Concrete Phase trying to give those connections their second win of the day. Let's see what happens in race 5.
Away and running. Good speed on the inside from Tiki Bar today. Concrete Phase is sent hard to taste that early lead and got it at 1-9. Tiki Bar on hold in that second place position, and Glossamer tracks that position. And last of all is Luis Brooks. Up and around the Paddock Grove turn they go, and Concrete Phase shows the way, and the pace is slowed down to a crawl. Shows the way a length and a half. Glossamer is now a clear-cut second, and Tiki Bar, who broke on top, was soon outpaced, but only a length and a half off the lead, and Luis Brooks is pulling hard but is 3 wide for the back of the track run. So they have 5.5 furlongs to go, and Concrete Phase, with overwhelming public support, charts the course on top of the field by half a length with 5 furlongs to go. Glossamer is right there chasing his leader every step of the way in second. Luis Brooks is going to be committed to a 3 wide turn, and then on the inside is Tiki Bar. So they have 4 furlongs to go. Concrete Phase lets it out a notch. The lead is 1 tight length. Glossamer right there trying to get closer in second. Luis Brooks is looping up on the far outside to challenge the leader, and Tiki Bar has no space to race. They approach the 5/16, and Concrete Phase releases the brakes and still leads by 3/4 of a length. Luis Brooks is trying hard but took a failed run. Tiki Bar is now the only threat to the heavy favorite as they turn to the top of the stretch. Concrete Phase hugs that corner, gets a pop of the crop, and looks for 3 in a row and has fleed the opposition. Tiki Bar moves into second. Luis Brooks no better than third, and Glossamer is silently dropped away to fourth. At 1-9, it's over. Concrete Phase and Martin Chuan in an absolute procession to beat Tiki Bar, Luis Brooks, and Glossamer.
The 4-year-old daughter of Super 99, Concrete Phase, gives trainer Jamie Ness and jockey Martin Chuan their second win of the day. That's the 6th lifetime win for Concrete Phase. She's now won 3 in a row, a popular $2.20 winner in race 5. Race 6 would kick off the final pick 4 of the afternoon. A beaten claiming $10,000 for Philly Mares, going 6 furlongs. A wide open affair here in race 6. Let's see what happens here in the 6th.
Away and running. Missing the break was Bound by Destiny. Good speed today from Tweetaway Robin. There's the speed of Short of Dinero, and Tam Char is also in a feisty mood today, so the pace is quick between Tam Char and Short of Dinero. Tweetaway Robin smartly backs off the pace battle in third, and Azure Lady rides the rail in fourth. Yum Yum Eat 'em Up's in front of 1, and a lackluster start leaves Bound by Destiny with a lot of catching up to do. So Tam Char makes a break for it as they enter the far turn and leads by 2. And on the outside, Tweetaway Robin now starts those long, graceful strides. Short of Dinero's trying to re-rally in third. Azure Lady gets a pop of the crop, and Yum Yum Eat 'em Up is starting to close in nicely. Here's the quarter pole, and Tweetaway Robin is ready to confront the leader, Tam Char. Azure Lady's getting closer, and so is Yum Yum Eat 'em Up. They're homeward bound, and Tam Char kicks for home, leading by a long nose. Tweetaway Robin's getting closer two. Yum Yum Eat 'em Up is erupting down the far outside. It's still Tweet Away Robin holding on for dear life. Yum Yum Eat 'em Up is gobbling up the ground. Yum Yum Eat 'em Up has won it over Tweet Away Robin, Tamchar, and Azure Lady.
Yum Yum Eat 'em Up rallies from far back at 5-1 there in race 6. That gives jockey Jose Batista his second win of the day. First win of the meet for trainer Mario Saray Jr. Nice win price there on Yum Yum Eat 'em Up. The 4-year-old filly pays $12.40 there in race 6. Let's turn the page. Race 7 off the turf, going a mile 70 on the main track. Maiden claiming 16,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. We'd have some scratches in here. Michael Stidham would end up with the heavy favored, the 3 Cobblestone Bridge. But that 4-year-old colt is making his first start on the main track today. Let's see what happens here in race 7.
Away and running. Terrible break for Blame the River. Too Nice, the long shot pops on top, but Super Casper's going to try to keep this one company on the front end. And Cobblestone Bridge rides that rail a joint third. Doctor's Orders is on the inside. Amor Gitano's right there too. And Blame the River's last of all. 7 furlongs out before they greet the judge. And it's Too Nice who shows the way. The long shot's the dictating speed and shows the way by 3. Super Casper's on hold in that second place position. And right there in a position to challenge is Doctor's Orders. In the red colors is wide for the back of the track run. The favorite is Cobblestone Bridge, who stays at the rail. Amor Gitano has one beaten, and that leaves Blame the River still last of all. 4.5 furlongs to go, and Too Nice playing coy with the opposition right now, leads by 4.5 lengths. Super Casper still on a tight hold in second, and Doctor's Orders eyeballs the both of them. Cobblestone Bridge comes under a loose rein, is still 7 lengths off the lead at odds of 4-5. Second to last is Blame the River, and Amor Gitano's dropped to the tail. Too Nice is coming back to the face of the field, and that lead is starting to fall apart like an overcooked souffle. Doctor's Orders comes calling for the lead, and here comes Cobblestone Bridge with a menacing rush on the far outside. Doctor's Orders pushes come to shove, and Cobblestone Bridge comes swooping to the top. They kick for home, and Cobblestone Bridge, the favorite, has an unassailable lead. Doctor's Orders took a run. Super Casper moves into third. Too Nice is faltering. Blame the River's late on the scene, but another race in the books and another favorite's home. Cobblestone Bridge reports home a 4-5 winner to beat Doctor's Orders, Blame the River, and Super Casper.
Well, Cobblestone Bridge, Byronic, is bred to be a turf horse, but he comes off the long layoff, makes his 4-year-old debut today, his first start on the main track, and he wins big today for trainer Michael Stidham. The barn's doing well. That's the 3rd win of the meet so far for the Stidham barn, and jockey Julio Hernandez gets the win. That was Julio's 4th win of the meet. $3.80 to win price there on Cobblestone Bridge in race 7. Race 8 is the feature of the day, an upper level allowance feature for filly mares, going 5.5 furlongs on the main track. Trainer Greg Compton has the favorite here in race 8. The 1 Done Enough runs first off the claim today in this tough allowance race. Let's check out Josh Brown's call here of today's feature.
Post. Away and running. Good speed today from Mudslide. Inside pace pressure comes from Done Enough, and the red cap of Cheekiness is right there too, and they fly in the first half furlong. Forget about it. The long shot is in that 4th place position, and the favorite is in 5th. That's Wise Miss, and last of all is Peak of Cheek. So in the first furlong and a half, it belongs to Done Enough. The second choice on the board shows the way as they navigate the far turn. Cheekiness right there, turning up the heat in that 2nd place position. There's acres of space back to the outside challenge. Here comes Wise Miss, but has to press past Mudslide and forget about it. And now Peak of Cheek finally hits its best stride. Here's the quarter pole. Done Enough has had to work hard throughout, but turns first with 3/16 to go. Done Enough's the leader. That lead's expanding to 3. Deep on the track in those yellow sleeves is Wise Miss, who's closing in. Peak of Cheek is closing from out of the clouds. 200 yards left to go. Done Enough is still nicely clear. Wise Miss is chasing. So is Peak of Cheek, but they're chasing in vain. The 9-5 winner, who was bet down to 8-5, Done Enough, has won it over Wise Miss.
All right, Done Enough would give jockey Julio Hernandez his 2nd win of the day. Nice win first off the claim for the Grey Compton barn. Steps up to a tough allowance race and wins. Pays $5.40 in today's feature. Let's turn the page. One more race. The 9th race is a maiden claiming $62.50 for 5.5 furlongs. The 5 Casino Night would go off the heavy favored in this race. He was wearing blinkers for the first time. Let's see what happens in today's finale.
Away and running. Good even start. Global Phenom was the first one to break the line. Lutz is showing good early toe. The rail belongs to Chase a Dream. And deep on the track is Awesome Weapon, and Prince Praline is right there too. 5 of them in the firing line. Down Patrick is second last. And Casino Night, the favorite, passes that rival. 5 of them mix it up with 4 furlongs to go, and Global Phenom leads them into the far turn run, but Awesome Weapon is very deep on the track, and Lutz in the white cap is right there trying to make this methodical move at the 3 furlong pole. Prince Praline is right there in a position to challenge, and here comes the favorite Casino Night in that blue cap on the far outside. There will be 4 across the track at the quarter pole. Casino Night's the widest runner. Global Phenom sticks to the rail. Lutz needs to dig deep and find more. Awesome Weapons in for the fight. They swing, and here's that outside challenge from Casino Night, trying to press past Global Phenom, and the favorite surges past now. Casino Night kicks for home at 3-5. Global Phenom had no response. Down Patrick, and Prince Praline is on the scene late. Casino Night has won it over Global Phenom, Prince Praline, and Down Patrick.
Casino Night making his first start in a Ricky Hendricks barn, and he goes right to the winner's circle under the apprentice rider Cesar Gonzalez. So the 4-year-old son of Bolta Oro breaks his maiden today. Casino Night, a popular winner in the finale. That horse would pay $3.40. It was a chalky late pick 5. Late pick 5 only paid $55, but a good ride there from the apprentice Cesar Gonzalez. He picks up his second win of the meet as Casino Night wins the finale. I have a best bet and price play to tell you about for next Wednesday. We'll get to all that right after this. And price play for next Wednesday, May 28th. Race 4 is a nice first level allowance condition for filly mares 3 and up, going 1 1/16 on the main track. Race 4 kicks off the late pick 5, and I'm going to have my best bet here in race 4, and that's the 6 Rousey Express, 7-2. That's a great price for a best bet of the day, and you get Jamie Rodriguez riding this 5-year-old mare for trainer Jamie Ness. So top connections, and Rousey Express is in good form. This mare has been running well down in Laurel. 3 races back this year, a 4th, a 3rd, and the 2nd last out with a 63 Beyer speed figure. I think she's poised to make another step forward and run a real big race in race 4 this Wednesday. I have the 6 Rousey Express as my best bet of the day at 7-2. My price play will be in race 3 next Wednesday. Race 3 will kick off the middle pick 5. It's a $25,000 starter allowance contest for 3-year-olds and upward, going 6 furlongs. And I like the 3, Great Quality, coming off the layoff, making his 3-year-old debut on Wednesday for trainer Gary Capuano. Jan Rodriguez, the 7-pound apprentice, will ride his 3-year-old son, A Great Notion. He was a big winner first out last summer at Delaware in a maiden 25. He galloped that day by 5.5, and then came right back last September, ran a real big second against Starter Allowance Company, second behind Sacred Thunder, who's a nice horse. He had the whole fall, winter, spring off. He's coming off the long layoff. He's been working well here at Delaware Park. May 18th, he turned in a 47 and change half-mile work at Delaware. Then most recently, May 24th, that's today, Saturday, he turned in a bullet 3 furlong workout, 35 flat. That was the fastest of 26 works going 3/8 on Saturday morning. So I think the 3, great quality, gets first-time Lasix on Wednesday, gets weight off with the apprentice, has early speed. I think the 3, great quality, is very attractive at 4-1 in race 3 on Wednesday. We hope you can join us. We have some races carded on the turf Wednesday. However, there is some rain in the area for next Wednesday and Thursday, so plan accordingly. We hope to be on the turf, but the rain might have some other ideas in mind. So thanks again for joining us this Saturday. We hope to see you Wednesday, May 28th, right here at Delaware Park. Hey, Mike.